This is Wednesday, November the 24th, edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. And today I have the energy of Mother Gaia with me. And she wants to share with us her understanding of the rebirthing process that is happening on the planet today. Yes, it is an amazing time we are in. Good morning. Hello, Animo. Hello, Enjoy. So, there is a need for gentleness today in human affairs, in thoughtfulness, in everything we say and do. There's a really strong need for gentleness. She also says sacredness would be very helpful too. The energy of sacredness. Right now, she's just coming into me as this beautiful, warm glow in my heart that she has nothing but love for all of us. This beautiful earthly being, we call it the earth, but the being is very different than the label that we give to it. The love, the light, the compassion, the kindness that are available to us all of the time from the life that we get physically from Earth. Gaia provides us with the form that we need. She provides us with the body that we need. She says that the light gives us the life, but I give you the body. But it's important to understand that the light and the body are not separate. They are interdependent. Without the light, you would not see the body as you see it. And without the body, you would not see the light as you see it in this physical manifestation. And playfulness. She wants us to really understand that playfulness, the sacred, gentleness, compassion, these are very important in your journey from your infancy. Yes, my children, it is important to understand these for your journey from your infancy. There are so many among you that are acting as if you do not want to grow up. You would demand that everyone and everything be a certain way in order for you to feel safe and happy. But all you are being is stubborn and frightful of what is to come. Whether you try to stop it or not, there is a rebirthing of your consciousness, of your bodies, of your souls, of mine and my soul also, that is unfolding. Would you resist the birth of your child? Would you not celebrate it? Would you choose to deny its existence? No, of course you would not. But you cannot deny what is happening now. You are being reborn, so to speak, into a light and into a love that must be embraced. The change must be embraced, and it must be embraced fearlessly. The changes you will see happening in the physical structure of this world are not in any way, shape, or form intended to harm any. They're merely the natural effects of a transformation that I go through, that you will go through too. You have seen this, you've witnessed it in watching your children grow from egg to body to child to adolescent to adult. You see the rebirthing process happen very cyclically, as it is happening right now. And you do not fear your child growing up, do you? Why would you fear growing up at all? I would hope that you would be very excited, but some of you are very afraid and even annoyed. It's funny, she's telling me about a time when my daughter was very small and she was teething, and I had to, my then wife and I had to get up every night. We'd take turns being with her as her teeth were coming in, and she would cry and she was in pain, and we'd just be there to comfort her. And we knew her body had to go through that process. And we're watching humanity go through a process of its growing new teeth, in a manner of speaking, metaphorically speaking. And there's a lot of crying. There's a lot of late nights. There's a lot of tiredness and fatigue that's going on in all of our consciousness. She's saying, including mine. I am in this too. There is a process. Even in the process just before birth, there is great tiredness and fatigue. How many of you as mothers have said, oh, I just want this over with? Well, be assured that you will be grateful when it is over, but be equally grateful that it will be over, that there is a change coming, and there's an inevitability to it, but it will lead you to a better experience if you understand that. She's saying there's going to be creatures and beings that are going to start to appear on the planet, actual beings that are coming from what she calls the inner worlds of herself, the inner worlds of herself. There are creatures and beings that will begin to emerge into this dimension that we're in, this physical dimension, from within, from within places within her, that these beings will be coming forth. That, yes, there will be a dynamic interaction. You're already seeing it happen right now. There are influences that are causing changes in your social order and your structure. But you cannot embrace these with fear or anger if you wish to experience the rebirthing as it can be experienced, with love and delight and wonder. With love and delight and wonder, yes. These three words would be very important to keep in mind as you watch these transitions occur in your consciousness. These movements you see in the world socially are merely the side effects of what is emerging underneath. Within the fabric of your consciousness, you are simply seeing the surface of it right now. When your child is teething and you see the discomfort they're going through, and you see them struggling, and you see them crying, and you wish it would stop, and you wish their pain would go. But then when the pain is gone, the teeth are there, you're going, my goodness, you are celebrating their teeth. But why not celebrate knowing that something wonderful is coming? Something wonderful is coming to your experience of your humanness. And how it should come about is not a concern, but that it is coming about, it is. Be prepared for this. It is inevitable. You cannot stop it. It is happening. I'm just asking more about these creatures. How could you be so? She's saying, how could you be so negligent to think that you are so important, that there are none others of equal importance as you? You do not share this body of mine alone. You do not live here alone. You have never been here alone. You have chosen to keep yourself segregated. You have chosen to place a self-importance on yourself that has caused you to be very neglectful. You must learn to let go of that self-importance so that you will not be so frightened. Your need to be important can certainly diminish your need to respect and honor and cherish the other life forms that are here with you. And they will be revealed. And those of you that have seen them and have experienced them know that you can only experience them and see them from that place of fearlessness. For there are others that are very sensitive to the vibrations of other beings. the vibrations of other beings. And what is your vibration right now? What is your vibration? You have this free will that you use, but you do not use it very well. But you will have no choice. The change is coming, whether you choose to accept it or not. The rebirthing is well underway. Many of you are calling this the ascension, the great reset. You may have whatever name you will choose to give to what is happening. And for those of you that do not understand nor comprehend this change, I can assure you that the change is inevitable, and it will be a good change when it is completed, although you will go through the long and lonely and difficult nights of the child crying in your arms as its teeth comes through, as do I in observing all of you, that simply you are watching the challenges that are faced by the growing pains that come naturally with the evolution of your consciousness through the conditions of what you call time, space, and matter. Yes, there will be many things happening in these coming few years ahead of you. Do not fear this, but be prepared through love. Be prepared through compassion. Be prepared through joy. Wow. Yeah, this glow, she's saying, for those of you that wish to connect more to her directly, please bring your awareness to me, for your body cannot come to where I am as any more than I could go into your brain. You must come into my awareness. Move your awareness into that place, into the center of my being. Yes, I've always called it the soul star of the earth, the soul of Mother, but it's the very geographical center of the earth. It is not, contrary to what they're saying, it is not a molten core of iron. It's literally a dynamic, I'll use the term like a plasma, it's a pure energy, like your consciousness, is pure energy, so is hers. You can bring your consciousness to hers, to the center, where you put yourself as awareness, not as a body, but as awareness. You can feel the pulsing of pink and gold and white. These are the frequencies that I emanate. Pink and gold and white emanate from my soul. In aligning yourself to them, you can change the way in which you will perceive your world. It helps sometimes to see the world from a different perspective of energy and consciousness than you currently know. It is important to experience the world from a different perspective of energy and consciousness than you know. Many of you are stuck in your very limited perceptions of what you believe life is all about, and you struggle with the limits of your senses, inhibiting you from knowing more than what they tell you. But if you bring your awareness to me, you will experience something very different. And she's saying great gratitude to all of you that have done this, for there are many of you that work directly with and through me, and I with and through you. She's saying we are the light holders of this earth. We are the light holders of this earth. Those that work with us. Yes. Thank you. Hi, Allison. Good morning, everybody. So yeah, this is a very, very exciting time. Hi, Grace. Good morning. Hello, Tanya. Question from Enjoy. How am I doing with rescuing plants? Oh yeah, there's so much. There's an instantaneous joy for every one of you that work directly with the growing of things. You understand this process of growing is not simply, you're not just simply growing a life form, you're assisting in the transformation and transmutation of consciousness. You are facilitating a growth in consciousness, whether it be a blade of grass or a child brought forth into this world. You are not just nurturing a physical mechanism, you are nurturing the consciousness that can express in all its splendor through the form that is thusly nurtured. Yes. And all of you, the farmers, those that love to work with me, that understand that it is not just a seed you are planting in the ground, but a life you are giving to this world, a life and a light that you give to this world. And all of you that grow and nurture and cultivate the forests, the trees, the plants, those of you who know well of what I speak, that you are nurturing consciousness, not simply growing a plant. You understand this, then you would feel great joy. And those of you with the green thumbs, in your heart, you know the wonder of what you do. It is not simply the flourishing of a plant, it's the flourishing of a consciousness expression beyond what it could without your hand. The way in which you can cultivate a plant is very different than the way that I, of my own accord, would cultivate a plant. You have found great delight in working with these things. Wow. So yes, there's great joy and happiness in our working with these plants. We cultivate plants in our space too as well. And there, we found this one plant. I found this one plant in the garbage. It was just a little stalk all dried and fallen over. And now it's this beautiful flourishing plant that just keeps growing. And I was thinking about it yesterday, and I thought, wow, that was only that little tiny dry dying stem, and now it's this beautiful flourishing leafy plant that just keeps growing more leaves. And it's now this beautiful consciousness that's expressing. It's not just a plant. They're not just plants. They're not just animals. They're expressions of consciousnness. And yeah, she's saying when you interact with any expression of consciousness, you can raise it up or you can diminish it. The words I'm getting from her about those of you that harm life for the sake of harming life for your own personal gain, to you, woe, you shall reap the reward of your efforts. For that which you give, you shall receive. Yes, that which you take shall be taken from you. Yes. Wow. Cool. Question from Sunny. Can Mother Gaia guide me on how to progress on my healing path? Thank you. It's funny. She's showing me this image, Sunny. If she's saying the words warm, red mud. Place your feet in the warm, red mud and have them approach you and heal thusly. But place your feet in the warm, red mud. She's showing it up to about just below the ankles, that your feet are in this. This is really cool. There's a light. She's saying there's a ray of red light that will come up through you to this. But yes, feet in the warm, red mud. That's really cool, Sunny. That's really cool. Thank you. Thank you, Mother. Appreciate that. Question from Vertical. Will the inner earth people come to the surface after the 2 years passing? She's saying this is already happening now. There are many of you that you do not get to see the events because your current existing systems of leadership are very resistant to the changes that are coming. They are seeking to use many obfuscations to try and stop what is unfolding. But there are many that are on the surface now, but there are many, many millions and millions more, equal to in population to your population upon the surface. But those that believe they are in such arrogance that they could stand above others, they shall be surprised. But you may look very carefully and you will get moments, images, pictures, and even encounters for those of you that are seeking to be in alignment with love and compassion. To you, the door will be far more open if you are in that place of love and compassion. Do not let the appearance of things startle your humanness into fear again, as it has done many times before. Do not let the senses of your humanness startle you into fear again. Another way of saying that for her would be, anytime these beings come to you, some of them are very different physically than what we believe is physical, and they could startle you. But be in a state of compassion and love and openness to it. Don't be frightened by it. because again, they're different beings. And science keeps discovering new species on the planet. Yeah, okay. She's saying you keep discovering all these new species on the planet. From whence do you think they come? From within me. I give birth to life in the physical forms that you see. As you see all around you, I give birth to these things. And there are many children in my care. Many children. Wow. Question from Jana. What is the best way to keep the connection I feel in the forest and feel it inside the house too? There are some you may ask in the forest to come home with you, bring them home with you and grow them, cultivate them with you. If you wish to bring that spirit, there will be the little ones that will come with them. And she's referring to these tiny little, like, I want to say pixies, but they're smaller than pixies. They're really tiny. But every plant, every tree, every flower in the forest has a caretaker for it, including the forest itself. They all interact. She said, if you bring one home, make certain you bring it home feeling consent. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. Always get consent. But you may bring certain of these beings home with you. They will come with you and their companions will come with them. And you may stay in alignment this way. You may stay in alignment this way. That's really cool. Hi, Reflection. Good to see you too. Wonderful. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. SJK is asking, can I ask for a sign to receive? And what can I do for an offering to Pacha, Mama? Wow, there's it's something like you're burning something, but it's a pleasant smell. It's a smell that emanates. It's not burning, but it's a smell that rises up very fast and very strong. Yes, that smell of that flower that they love. The smell of the flower that they love. Do this. The smell of that flower that they love. John is asking, is there a specific food or drink to calm the nervous system? Is there a specific food or drink she can use to calm her nervous system? It's funny, the first thing that came, my nose was filled with the smell of peppermint for you, to like, not to drink, but the smell of peppermint for you in this that you speak of shall give you the calm. But it is in losing yourself in the smell that you will find the peace from that place. It is in that smell. She says, I do not recommend it in a oil form. You must have the leaf between your fingers, the fresh, beautiful leaf between your fingers, and smell this, and you'll understand why I have suggested this to you. Just for those of you that are new to the channel, if you have a question, please preface your question with the word question, so that my visual receptors pick up that. I've trained my mind to pick up that phrase, question, so I know that you're asking a question. Because otherwise, I'm just thinking it's a comment. But I will read this one here from Alyssa. I would like to start a business, but this is a new concept for me. Does my team have any guidance, please? And thank you. Oh, I keep getting that it's from them anyway. Like if I tune into your team, there's something about something that has not quite right yet. There's something not quite right yet, and I'm getting like wait the 4 more weeks. And I don't know what that means, but they're saying wait the 4 more weeks. Then you will see how to proceed. Wait, again, I don't know how that ties on to, but they're saying wait the 4 more weeks. Don't be in such a rush. Wait the 4 more weeks. Yes. You'll know how to proceed then. Cool. Question from Reflection. Is there any guidance or message for me during my 3-day water fast? Thank you. Remember the sun. It is not I alone that work with you, for the sun also has his say. Yes. Be in the light. How often should she do this? Yeah. Till her skin smiles. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Her skin smiles. Yes. I don't know what that means, but she's saying, in addition to your water fast, being in the sun till your skin smiles. I don't know what that means. But can you be more specific? To the peak of joy. Again, I don't know what that means. I'm going to paraphrase. I get the feeling from what she's saying that being in the sunlight till you feel the peak of joy, like you're at your most joy with the sun. Again, I'm not sure how, but that's what she's saying to you. Yeah. Yeah, till the sun smiles, till your skin smiles. That's really cool. I'm gonna take 2 more questions, guys. Question from Dion. What does Gaia have to say about what we consider weeds? Felt bad about pulling out weeds. She's laughing. She says, you children seem to think there is no food in the cupboard, but there is food everywhere. Do you not know how to eat properly? You have been given everything from my store, but you use very little of it. And then you are unhappy with what I have offered you, and you continually try to find something better than what is best for you, which I find quite funny. And that is not working too well for so many of you, trying to find something better than what you have already been given. There's nothing wrong with innovation and creation in the process of your curiosity, but it is important to understand what is really good for your body and what is good for you. There is a distinction between the vehicle and the one operating it. Do not confuse the two. Do not confuse the operator with the vehicle, but understand that the vehicle requires very specific things. So if you choose to ignore what is provided and not understand it, then it is simply your loss. But I encourage you to explore those things that you call weeds. You might discover something quite wonderful and beautiful for your body, whereas you would simply be discomforted with your senses, not being pleased with what you see, but your body would be very pleased with what it could experience. Understand that which you touch and smell and taste better. Understand that. Come to know it. Everything that you will need is in store for you. Wherever you are on this earth, all has been provided. All has been provided. There is no shortage of anything except in the constructs of humanity that would seek to emulate what I do, but you cannot consider the full measure of the changes and vastness of this world to allow you to do as I do with great ease. You struggle and struggle, but this thing you call hunger on this world is absolutely unnecessary. If you could but look around very carefully, you will see that all that is needed is present wherever you are. Thank you so much. That was a great question. Question. A heron turned up on the front of my balcony twice. What does that mean for me? She's laughing. She's laughing because she's saying, you have to understand, this is not about a mystery. This is about a connection to beauty, a connection to love, a connection to joy, a connection to compassion. So many of you have become so disconnected from our relationship, you have forgotten. But I see this all the time in how you treat your parents, many of you. You treat me thusly as well. You treat me thusly as well. Wow, thank you, Tanya. Great question. I encourage you guys to like move, like she said earlier, move your awareness down into the heart of Gaia, to the center of her being. It's not a molten lead or iron core. There's an energy, a spirit, a consciousness contained within the earth that is her, where her consciousness comes through. Just like your consciousness comes through your physical brain, well, her consciousness comes through the physical energy that's down in there, just like it's her version of our brain, but it's in the physical earth on a much bigger scale than what our individual biologists. I encourage you, move your awareness down there. It's the most beautiful thing to really feel the love of a mother that gives birth to all life on this planet in relation to the father that works with her, which is what we call the biological son. But the physical manifestation isn't the being. The physical manifestation is what the being works through, just like your body is a physical manifestation of you, but it's not you. You work through it. Anyway, I encourage you, go connect to her center and really align to it. It gives you a whole new respect for birds and animals and trees and plants and weeds and rocks and things when you understand that they come from a living organism, just like your fingers, your toes, your arms, your legs, your mouth, your tongue, your eyes, your ears. They are emanations from your being, just as everything is an emanation from her being. Anyway, I want to wish you guys much love. Also, I want to encourage you, you still got a few more days to register for our Mediumship 102 program, which starts this Saturday at 10 a.m. The Mediumship Program 102 will help you overcome a lot of emotional problems. It'll let you transform and transcend in the most simplest way a lot of the stuff that might be holding you back from living the life that you want to live. I want to wish all of you much love. Have yourselves a wonderful, joyful day. I'll see you on Friday. Now we're going to have a group I've never channeled before called the Eldars coming in on Friday. So I look forward to seeing you there 10 a.m. on this channel. If you're new here, please remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the like, give this video a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithms. It gets more people to get in touch with these messages. Much love to all of you. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. Bye for now.